Okay, welcome. This is the CWukes introduction to ukulele. 5 classes like we did in person. We're doing them online now for review or if you're starting out. We've talked about how to tune the ukulele and tune with that. The chords we've learned were the C chord and the G7 chord on the first day. The second chords we learned were the F and the C7 chords. And then right at the last thing we did on the second day was learn the G chord and the D chord. And for review, the G chord is, the top string is 0, open, 2, 3, 2, that's the G chord. And the D chord is 2, 2, 2, open. You can play that with 3 fingers, or you can play it with 3 fingers, or you can play it with 2 fingers. I'm holding those 2 down with that one. The 4th and 3rd string closest to my nose with my index finger and with my index finger in the 4th and 3rd, and my middle finger to hold the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. All right, so those are the chords that we've learned, and we've learned several strums. One is we're going to sing the song. Second is that's a no strum. The next one is to just hit the changes. So let's try the changes on the hokey pokey in the key of G. The chords are G and D7. So it's a put your right foot in, put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And then changes, put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And then we did the straight downs, starting on the G chord, put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right in, D, shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And then we did a down up. Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Then we did the down up, down up. Down, up, down, up, down. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and D, shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And then we did a swing beat. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. Right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right in and you shake it all about. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. That's what it's all about. So we can go back to those first 2 days and we can play all of those strums, and we can play them in the key of C, which is C and G7. We can play them in the key of F, which is F and C7, and we can play them in the key of G, which is G and D chords. All right. Now we're going to add 1 strum, and that's just going to be a waltz strum. So if we're in the key of G and playing the hokey pokey, and we wanted to do that as a waltz, we would play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. around. That's what it's all about. So we've got Hokey Pokey, Whole World in His Hand, Polly Wolly Doodle, and Row, Row, Row Your Boat. We can play in 3 keys, and we can just run through those to warm up. So we're kind of all warmed up. And what we're going to talk about today, we've only been doing 2 chord songs. We're going to talk about doing 3 chord songs today. And I'll send you a chart on Little Brown Jug, You Are My Sunshine, and Amazing Grace. And I'll see if I can pull those up for me now. And all right, so this and we now know 6 chords, so we should warm up on making those changes on the 8s. G, F, C, and we can do them on the 4s, and we can just say one and make it. So we play G, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, C, G, D, G. So you can just kind of look through those and practice changing all of those chords. The F to the C7, the F to the C, the G to the D, the G to C to the G, the C to the G7. All right, this time, this song is going to go, the chords are going to go C, F, and G. And that's going to be the whole pattern of it. And the song goes, my wife and I live all alone in a little brown jug house we call our own. She loves gin and I like rum. Together we have lots of fun. Ha, ha, ha. So that's the little brown jug. And the changes in the key of C are going to, first chord is a C, second chord is an F, third chord is a G. And it doesn't change. It's all the same. So and we'll play the change. My wife and I live all alone in a little brown house we call our own. She likes gin and I like rum. Together we have lots of fun, or something like those words. And so then the next thing to do is play them all on downstrokes. My wife and I live all alone in little brown house we call our own. She loves gin and I love rum. Together we have lots of fun. Ha, ha, ha. You and me, little brown jug, do I love thee? Ha, ha, ha. You and me, little brown jug, don't I love thee? And then we would do it as a down up. My wife and I live all alone in the brown jug we call our own. Then we would do a down up, down up, down up. My wife and I live all alone in a little brown house we call our own. She likes and I like rum, and together we have lots of fun. Then we would do it as a swing. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. My wife and I live all alone. Do 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 do. I wanna do, 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 I wanna do. And then we could do it as a waltz. My wife and I live all alone in a little brown house we call our own. She loves gin and I love rum, and together, we'll have a lot of fun. So that's running through that, making those chords. That song always goes the C, F, G, and repeats. So now if you flip to the next page, it's the same song. It's in the key of G. And the chords are G is the first chord, second chord is a C, and a D is the third chord. And it's going to go G, C, D, G, C, D, G, C, D. And if we just do the downstrokes on this, and then I'll let you go back by yourself and do all the 5 strokes on it. My wife and I live, C, all alone. D, little brown house we call our own. She likes gin and I like rum, and we'll have a whole lot of fun. Ha, 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 you and me, little brown jug, do I love thee. Ha, 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 you and me, little brown jug, don't I love thee. So you can play that in key of C, in the key of G, and the key of F. F would be, the 2 chords would be F, F. Well, we haven't learned the B flat yet. So you can play that in 2 keys. All right, good. Now let's play another song. We're going to play Amazing Grace. And we're going to play this one in the key of C. And I'll show it to you in the key of G too. The chords on Amazing Grace are C, F, and then it goes back to a C, and then a G7. And it does that pattern through the whole song. So if we were to play the song, usually done as a waltz if you play it slow, but we're just going to sing Amazing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Kind of the way I would sing it. And so if we just play the changes, we'll start with the C, and next chord is the F, then back to the C, and then back to the G7. Amazing grace, how F sweet the sound, C, that saved a wretch like me. Back to the C. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Okay? So those are the 3 chords, and we can again do that, just the changes like that. We can do it as a waltz. Amazing grace, how F the C, that saved a wretch like me, G7. C, I once was lost, but F now MC. Was blind, but now I see. So that'll work as a singing the changes, sing it as a waltz, and we can do it in a 4/4 time too. 1, 2, 3. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound to saved a wretch like me. I don't think I did that right. I would swing it like amazing grace, how sweet the sound. A 2, a 1, a 2, saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. So anyway, you can make it go that way. And then if you turn the page, here we are, the same song in the key of G. The three chords in the key of G are going to be G, C, and D, or D7, D. So it goes G, C, G, D, okay? And a waltz will be, 'twas grace that taught my heart, C to G, thine grace that fear relieved, D. How precious did C and how G appear, the hour I first believed. So you can play those songs, get used to playing those G to C to G to D. These are all very common patterns that we're going to do. And we can, again, if you get stuck, go back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, D, 1, 2. So when you get stuck, go back to playing the 8s or playing the 4s. And now we're going to play where we're headed to today is our last song. And this is one that we play every time we get together, and it's a song that everybody wants to know. It's called You Are My Sunshine. And in the key of C, it only has 3 chords. It's going to have the C chord and the F chord, and then it goes back to the C chord, and then it goes back to the F chord, and then it goes to the C chord and the G7 and back to the C. So it's C, F, C, F, C, G7, C. So every other one is the C chord. Starts on the C and every other one. And the song goes, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me F happy when skies are C gray. You'll never F no dear how much I see love you. Please don't take my G7 sunshine away. If we play just the changes, we go, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me F happy when skies are gray. You'll never F no dear how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. If we just do the downstrokes, it'd be, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Down, up, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. If we want to swing it, it's going to be a 1, a 2, 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 a 1, a 2. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. if you want to do is a waltz, we'd play, I don't know why we would, but you could. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy, I'm having trouble when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right, so who cares about waltzing? What it sounds like, we're just doing this. All right, now the last thing we're gonna do with this song is we're gonna play it in the key of G. The 3 chords are gonna start on a G. The second chord is gonna be a C. We're gonna go back to the G, go back to the C, back to the G, and then our D, and end on a G. So it's G, C, G, C, G, D, G. And it is, every other one is the G. So if we make the changes, we'll play you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. C, you make me happy when skies are gray. G, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right? And if we do downstrokes, it's in the key of G. Chords are G, C, and D. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And then if we played it down up, you're my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Down, up, and again, you can listen to these and then put this on pause and play through a couple of times so you get that strum down with those changes. Down, up, down, up. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right, so that is 3 songs that have 3 chords. The first one goes in the key of C, goes C, F, G, and then starts over. The second one, Amazing Grace, goes C, F, C, G, and starts over. And the last one, You Are My Sunshine, is the most complicated one we've done. It's C, F, C, F, C, G, C. And you can look at them on the paper, but as soon as you can, kind of get away from the paper and start just thinking about making those changes from C to F to C to F to C to G to C, or in the key of G, do that too. So this is the end of our third day. I'm going to leave you with two other things to look at. I'm going to teach you the A chord and the E7 chord. All right. The A chord, it looks like this. Index finger on the second string, ring finger on the string closest to your nose, and the numbers are 3, 2, open, open. That's your A chord. And that's often associated with the D chord. So here's our D chord, and here's our A chord. Okay? So kind of work on that. You can do D to A on the eights. 1, 2, D, and A. Then the last chord we're learning is the E7 chord. And the E7 chord is often the hardest one for this first set of chords we're learning. It is the notes are 1, 2, open, 2. Index finger, second fret on the next one with the middle finger, open, and last string. And if you don't get, you sometimes have to move your wrist forward a little bit. Move your wrist forward a little bit so your fingers come right down on the strings. And then we need to practice going from A to E7. A, E7, A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A. So you can work on those changes, look at those changes, because next time we're going to add we're going to add one of those chords. We're going to do a 4-chord song next time, and we'll kind of go over those. So this is our half hour of exercises. If you have questions, let me know. This is the third of our series of 5. You have the outline. I'll send these little charts along. And if you have questions, you can ask me or ask any of the Crestwind uke players. And if you need somebody to answer questions or play a little bit with you, call them up and ask if you can come over and bring a lawn chair and sit in their yard while they sit on the porch during this time of social isolation and just play through this little section with you. All right. Thanks much. Enjoyed it.